I have 141 platinums to my name, but it's been a minute since I've played a post-apocalyptic shooter. After months of sword-slashy games, it was high time I shot some zombies or bandits, and Atomfall looked to be just the thing I needed to cleanse this palette of mine. So let's go and make Atomfall Platinum 142.
Who are you? What are you doing in here?
You don't look too good, man. I should mention that there are no trophy guides out at the time of this recording, so we're just gonna raw dog this one. But the list doesn't look too bad.
Stop the bleeding, please.
Yeah, I'll help you, bro. Just hold on a minute. With the junk lying around, we managed to craft a bandage and helped out old mate before he bled to death.
Thank you.
And in one of the rooms nearby, we picked up the first of 10 comics we would need to find for the Avid Collector trophy. Developed by Rebellion, who makes those Sniper Elite games, Atomfall takes place in 1960s Northern England. In real life, the Windscale fire was the most devastating nuclear incident in British history, where an estimated 100 or more people eventually died as a result of radiation exposure. It's claimed that the government attempted to cover up the incident, and a lot of the details of the fire were censored or downplayed. Atomfall is a fictional alternate history story, where a quarantine zone is erected around the Windscale site, and it's the objective of our main character to simply escape the place.
I see you.
Well, I think it's time to give this numbskull a beatdown. The fights offered a good sense of tension. We left the bunker and picked up a ringing telephone from our phone booth. Yellow?
Oberon must die.
This Oberon, did he hurt you? Question mark. We met a local named Nat, who informed us that it's been 5 years since the atom plant disaster. And I can't lie, he used a couple of terms I was unfamiliar with.
Boffins all died when the atom plant went up in flames. You can't remember now, can you?
No.
Nout. We found a rusty shoddy, and with some newfound confidence, started looking for trouble. Make sure I don't lose this cricket bat. Oh, what the f? We came across a trader named Molly, and the game has a unique bartering system. There is no currency in Atomfall. Instead, you need to trade items with merchants, which makes you really consider the value of your inventory. I saw that Molly had a metal detector that I desperately wanted for a trophy. So we traded it for a Molotov, a spiked bat, a tin of pork, and some bread. Yeah, even the QZ wasn't safe from these tariffs. Yo, that's one. We then found ourselves in another bunker that was a domicile of these ghouls known as ferals. Oh my god. Oh, get back please. Whew, that was a close one. That scared the poo out of my bum. Trophy number 2 was when I managed to kite these doofuses to Molly's joint. They were too shy to come in, but as one prepared to throw a molly at Molly, I popped him, which unlocked the caught red-handed trophy. And shortly after that, I managed to turn our failed attempts at stealth into a 5 kill from a grenade which bagged us the Grand Slam trophy.
Yeah, they've had it there.
No. Oh, frick. What I love about games like Atomfall is the fact that every item is precious. You spend so much time looting corpses and scrounging for items, so with a full inventory, it was time to store some of our junk in the game's pneumatic tube systems for storage. I knew that there was access to one just through the door of this nearby bunker, so without further delay, we... shit. Trophies 4, 5 and 6 were all closely related. You see, these large robots can be found patrolling areas of the map, and if you damage it enough, it will attempt to vent before overheating. And that is the perfect opportunity to run up the rear and remove its atomic battery for the unplugged trophy. Reinstalling the battery earned us the batteries not included trophy. And further damaging a venting robot will completely destroy it, which gave us trophy 6 and the old iron. So by using the modified keycard given to us by the boffin at the start of the game, we hacked ourselves into a restricted area called the Interchange. But more on that in a bit. Trophy 8 was called Where There's Muck, There's Brass, and that was for finding 10 caches using the metal detector. I've always wanted to have one of these as a kid. I don't know what the f I was hoping to find with it, but hey, at least I get to live that childhood dream just a little bit. We also unlocked the trophy Packed Lunch, again for using the metal detector, but apart from random caches, you can also find these nifty lunch boxes. We only needed 5 of these bad boys. Hello? Oh, it's you again. Bro, who was that Toblerone dude you were talking about before? So we found ourselves in a place called the Interchange. This room houses a device called the Central Processor, and I learned from notes that we needed to place an atomic battery in each of the 4 data stores to restart the thing. I don't know. Windscale's Wikipedia page said nout about the interchange, but I'm sure it will all make sense very soon. The next area of the map was called Wyndham Village. This is where a load of soldiers for the group called the Protocol police the civilians. Seeking answers, we went into the church and stumbled upon a situation in urgent need of explanation.
Sorry, we're closed today. Please leave.
Well, I'm sure she deserved it, Father. We ended up blackmailing the vicar for an atomic battery Molly told us he was in possession of.
How did you... You're very well informed, I must say.
Can move, please. Jesus Christ. The next trophy was called Ornamental. In this village, there are a whole lot of garden gnomes hidden in random places, so we destroyed 10 of them for this easy bronze. And shortly later, we went into the village hall to consume a Cornish pasty, a piece of cake, and some tea for the high tea trophy.
While you're playing Atomfall, there is no denying the allure of tea and cake.
Thankfully, this game isn't padded out with collectibles. There were a shit ton of notes to read, but they were usually concise and easily digestible. We Want Information is the trophy for reading 50 notes. So we got to meet the boss man, Captain Sims. After a brief introduction, he basically wanted me to snitch on anyone in the village who looked like they were up to no good.
Sniff around. Keep your ears open. If you find anything I should know, come to me with it.
From here, we headed on over to the local store and confronted Morris, who was responsible for the murder at the church. It ended with a rifle shot to the face. Then we informed Sims to win his favour. The game is rather pretty, so I wanted to get a better view, but apparently the Protocol weren't too happy with me climbing up their watch post.
Hang on a minute.
Alright, don't worry about it then.
I don't know your case.
There are certain areas where trespassing on Protocol property would lead to bloodshed. I plucked up the courage to do some Rambo shit when the game decided to pull a fast one. Oh. Lucky I just saved. I reckon there's gotta be something good over here. Where's the treasure? Oh, just let me quickly find something and I'll be on my way. Where is it? Oh, I've done nout.
Who are you?
Don't mind me. I'm just gonna help myself to your personal possessions before we have a word. Alright, let's talk. Oh, trophy! Find 5 traders in the quarantine zone. The baker explains that her husband is sick and that he hears voices in his head just like me. She asked me to visit someone called Mother Jago for a tonic that helps ease the voices. And from there we started exploring the next area, Skethamore. This area also had a bunker that led to the interchange, and we unlocked the trophy Delta for powering up this data store. In Atomfall, you come across a lot of rusted out weapons, but with the right skills you can combine parts to upgrade the quality of your weapons. Upgrading this rifle to pristine quality gave us the Make Do and Mend trophy. Then the next NPC we met was Joyce.
Joyce Tanner.
She wanted to get into the communication system and tasked me with restoring the radio towers. According to the trophy list, Joyce is one of 6 characters we can escape the quarantine zone with to end the game. Captain Sims is another one, and so is the voice on the telephone. This guy is a little desperate with wanting me to kill something called Oberon. He says that I can only trust him, but he says it in the most untrusting voice imaginable.
Trust only me.
At this point, I was leaning towards Joyce for escape. We then hung out with Skill Up, who was hiding out in a bunker, and he asked us for some parts to repair a radio. The next trophy was Homemade for learning 10 recipes. At this point, I was so stacked with ammo and throwables, the game became trivial, totally different from how weak I felt at the start of the game. This nasty boy tried to spit in my mouth, and I didn't hate it. Gotcha! This place is booby-trapped to the gills. Heads up. Gotcha! There's a trophy for throwing weapons. Nice. Reverse the polarity. That'd be for finding this doodad called the signal redirector. So if there's one issue with Atomfall, it has to be the low IQ AI. Here is proof that the AI is dumb as shit. There's just no better way to put it.
Here we go. There is someone there. Well, there's nobody here now.
Gone. But they were here.
Oh, what happened there? Oh, that's not me. Our next stop was the Skethamore prison. We made our way into the prison yard, but I guess I fucked up when I unlocked the gate. Bro just legs it, but after taking a couple of shots, I guess he turned back to take on the guard for the disrespect. Bro literally brought a knife to a gunfight. Rip. Further into the prison, we finally met Dr. Garrow. another character who can ensure us a way out of the quarantine zone. She told me to get a signal redirector, which I already had, and asked me to hack my way to a terminal to free her. She didn't really offer me anything in return, so it felt like it was a high-risk, one-sided deal, but this is where I made a manual save to go back to later for one of the trophies. And to be clear, there are 6 trophies tied to 6 different endings. We just need to escape with each of the 6 different characters, and that will get us most of the way to the platinum. Hey! Why don't you come over here for a second?
Cheeky. Perfect.
Oh! He just died. Oh, it was a fake out. Some of these characters, man, they're cool, but they kind of weird me out at the same time. Like this one here.
Must keep the house shipshape and Bristol fashion too.
Maybe a little senile, maybe a little neurodetergent. In any case, I feel a little unsettled. You look a little dehydrated, my friend.
There's nobody here.
So I'm playing on the recommended difficulty, but my god, these guys are dopey.
They've gone.
I see you. Let's go! At this point I ran out of healing items and my health was low, so I went to unlock a skill for greater automatic health regeneration, and since it was the 12th skill learnt, that gave us the Refer to Manual trophy. So we met Mother Jago, yet another person who can help us escape. She seemed welcoming and really did give off some maternal vibes. She wanted me to find her missing book that we already had from searching the castle ruins to the south.
Isn't today my lucky day?
The next part of her questline saw us leaving an offering at this freaky effigy in a cave full of druids. Then the corpse started talking. This game is becoming more supernatural than I was expecting. It's neither good or bad, I just wasn't anticipating having a conversation with a floating head. So after doing some work for Mother Jago, we were able to craft a strange tonic that increases infection resistance. We gave a bottle to the baker.
Thank you.
Then went upstairs to check in on her hubby. Knock knock? Oh, alright. Calm your farm, buddy. We caught up with Captain Sims, which revealed the next part of his escape plan. The deal pretty much goes like this. I had to go and open the Interchange, I had to find a stolen radio of his, and then I have to destroy this thing called Oberon, and then we get to escape together. Pretty shitty deal in my honest opinion, and I felt like one of us was getting a free ride. There was a trophy for hitting away a live grenade with a cricket bat, and since I didn't recall seeing grenades being thrown at me all that often, I wondered if it was possible to do this on my own. Quick, quick, quick. Oh! Oh my god. Nah, I don't think so. Switching just takes way too long. What if I just dropped the grenade on the floor and then tried hitting it? Not gonna work? Oh nice. Hit for 6. We made our way into Data Store Bravo and chucked in an atomic battery which popped our next trophy. By now I had a good range of decent weapons, and those big robots who were relatively fearsome at the start of the game were now super easy to take out.
Perfect.
Oh, it's you. This man. It's not what it looks like.
Who, this guy? Who is he? Skill up!
He came at me out of nowhere. I thought he was one of those horrid goblins.
I don't know, man. That sounds like a load of BS to me. I'm not sure about you, Joyce. So Joyce wanted us to activate a series of towers so she could open a line of communication and get us out of there. God, that sounds ominous. What have I done? Did I just get bamboozled? Trophy 22 was for powering up Data Store Charlie. And then Joyce tells me she won't help me escape unless I extract a sample of Oberon for her. I don't know, she was up to no good and I could feel it in my jellies. To get into and power up Data Store Alpha, we had to craft one of those strange tonics. We navigated some medical tunnels and found a new enemy type, and let me tell ya, these infected boffins can take a beating. Deeper into the caves below medical, we found a dead scientist with a canister of growth stimulant, and some voices were telling me to feed it to Oberon. And it was here I nearly broke my save. I was out of ammo, healing items and strange tonics, and the only way out was through the blue infection. It took me multiple tries, but for some reason sprinting through the cloud on the 8th or 9th attempt luckily worked out. During the playthrough, you could find a dozen or so audio logs, and I love a good audio log.
Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Platinum Hunts and other trophy related content.
We popped a trophy for picking up 5 audio logs, and this one revealed that there is actually a secret lab hidden beneath the church in the village. With that in mind, we quickly opened the tunnel to Oberon, whatever that is, and trekked back to the church to check out this secret lab. We were nearing the end of the game and only now meeting Dr. Alan Holder, the 6th and final character who we could choose to escape with for a gold trophy.
Slowly now. Come into the light where I can see you.
Oh, his eyes. Interesting. Dr. Holder wanted me to go deeper into the medical section to find something called Sample 1, and he also gave me something to jab that would help lessen the damage received from infected areas. I'm just gonna make a save right here, just in case. I'm thinking maybe taking this locks me out of Mother Jago's ending or something. It didn't. It was back to the medical area we went, off to collect Sample 1. At this point I'm liking Dr. Holder more than any of the other characters, despite the fact that he is obviously infected. We found an audio log that told us that Dr. Garrow evacuated the facility and left Holder and other scientists locked away to die.
Oberon must remain secure. Diane, there's dozens of us still in the lab. Please suspend the quarantine, just for a few minutes.
The signal redirector we found earlier allowed us to redirect the flow of electricity. Opening 5 doors this way got us the burglar trophy. So we found the sample and turned it into Dr. Holder. He told us that he was going to use it to engineer a poison to kill Oberon. And then he explains what Oberon actually is.
Oberon is the code name for the meteorite they found buried here. It was uncovered just after the war. And at its core, discovered organic matter. It is abominable. Plainly extraterrestrial. Some of us started to change.
Yeah, I think I'm going to escape with Holder the first time around. He's the only one who's actually given me any bloody answers. One condition was that I had to agree to help him meet with Dr. Garrow, which meant freeing her from her prison cell. The trophy target practice was for getting 6 kills using a revolver without reloading.
Team kill.
Move, dude. I found Garrow in the Interchange and informed her that Holder is alive. We told Holder where Garrow was and the boffin just blasted her. Can't say I didn't see that coming. So with the poison in our possession, we finally made it to the Oberon dig site. We opened a couple of valves and loaded up the poison to destroy the extraterrestrial organism living in the meteorite. We fought our way through any resistance and met Holder in the medical tunnels for a secret route out of the quarantine zone.
I owe you every thanks. The country does. Damn it, the world does.
When we finished the game, we get a little summary of how we handled ourselves during our playthrough. Apparently the poison worked and killed Oberon, and the interference field around the zone that prevented any intervention from the outside faded away. So with the first playthrough complete, we still needed to get 5 more endings. Fortunately, you get 8 save slots, and so I made saves before anything that felt like a major decision, and meticulously wrote down accompanying notes to prevent any confusion. This was some big brain stuff. We reloaded an earlier save, destroyed Oberon again, but this time we chose to head back to the bunker that we started the game from, to get the ending with the voice on the telephone. How are you still alive?
You have got to go. It's not safe.
That is hilarious. So we never actually find out who the voice was, which is a real shame. Maybe it's something they're saving for the DLC? Who knows? Again, we reloaded to a save just before poisoning Oberon, but this time decided to activate the self-destruct protocol, and then hot-footed to see what Joyce had planned. Mother Jago came to stop us, so we kicked her over to the Whomping Willow. In the end, Joyce wouldn't reveal who she really worked for, and this one felt like a bad ending.
My friends just want a little chat first. Actually, it's probably more like an interrogation.
Our next ending was with Sims. We only needed to reload the save from a few minutes earlier, but instead of heading to Joyce, we headed on over to the protocol camp for extraction.
Thanks to you, we're going home.
So for Dr. Garrow, she talked about valuable data at the Casterfell Dam. We were told to find a console and run a password into it. Deceptively, it resulted in a complete destruction of the terminal and all of its servers. If you follow her ending, you'll see that Garrow wants a sample of Oberon and to leave it otherwise completely unharmed. I believe she wished to study it further, and honestly, she does a good job at making you dislike her character. She did show us her back door though, so it's not like we walked away with Nout. And the last ending was for Mother Jago. Somehow she knew where to find a potent growth stimulant and asked us to feed it to Oberon. This had immediate effects, and so we evacuated the area and met up at the castle ruins.
Throw yourself into the pit. I am right behind you, child.
Huh? If you say so. There were only a few trophies left. Avid Collector was for finding 10 comics, and there was only one that I had missed which we were able to find in an area close to Oberon. All that was left were Not Expecting a Call and Quick Exit. I thought it was best to combine these two together in one single run. And pretty much what we had to do was finish the game in under 5 hours while never answering the telephone. 5 hours seemed really generous. I remember having to beat Resident Evil 7 in under 4 hours, and Atomfall is way shorter than Nari 7. So I was mega confident this was going to be easy. Going through the steps in my head, it felt like playing Captain Sim's questline would be the quickest, and all I needed was to find 5 batteries to power the interchange and trigger the ending. When you try to speedrun the game, it's most efficient to kill the NPCs for their batteries and other equipment. Invariably, this makes you look like a psychotic dickhead, but for the sake of Platinum 142, that was a sacrifice I was willing to make. We set the game to the easiest difficulty and got to work. Overall, Atomfall's Platinum was very enjoyable. Only 2 playthroughs with some smart manual saves were required. It took me around 35 hours, but that was playing without a guide, and I also spent a large amount of time exploring and straight up dawdling. Ultimately, you could walk away with 37 new trophies, including 6 goals and a platinum, in under 20 hours. Difficulty-wise, the game feels hard at the beginning, but weapons, ammo, and crafting ingredients become very plentiful as you play. And with the I manifestly missing from the word AI, I'd rate the difficulty about a 3 out of 10. I hope Rebellion make an Atomfall 2, but if they decide against creating a sequel, well, I guess there's not wrong about that. Thanks for watching, happy hunting, and GG.